Hello, chaps, and welcome to another TRT Q&A with me, Paulo Bracado. And today's Q&A question is, should you self-medicate? Right? Now, this wasn't actually a question from a user, but it's based on a comment that I got from a user. So let's read that comment quickly. It's from HTBio1, and he says, Paulo, we live in a very, very fucked up world. I was feeling like I was 95 years old and I was being told over and over I'm fine. He's obviously talking about his testosterone levels being like that of a 95-year-old man. I live in the UK also. My levels were 156 nanograms per deciliter and they refused to prescribe. Yep, that's very low. That is extremely low, basically like a dead man. I have gone the path of self-medicating. Okay, so he's got low testosterone. The doctors have refused to help him, as is the case with most of us, or many people, should I say, here in the UK and in other parts of Europe. He's got low T, doctors don't want to treat him, and now he's decided to take matters into his own hands and treat himself. Now, is that a good idea? Well, first of all, I want to say thanks for the feedback, and thanks for being honest. It takes a bit of balls, to come out and say that. Obviously, it's probably an anonymous account, and I don't blame you. But I first want to say that I certainly understand, right? My levels weren't even as low as yours, and I had trouble getting treatment as well. Obviously, for those of you that aren't clued up to my whole backstory, and everyone, in this community, most of us have low testosterone. We've been getting treatment maybe before and maybe moved countries, or like my case, and then when we got here, the NHS refused to treat us. All guys that are from the UK natively and have low T but not low enough according to the NHS, they get refused treatment as well, where they clearly have the symptoms and they clearly need treatment, right? So this is the case with this guy, and he's decided to go the route of self-medicating. Now, I know this seems like the last straw, the last line to remain sane for many people, because low testosterone can give you anxiety, it can give you self-doubt, it can give you low confidence, it can really fuck up your mood and your motivation and your sense of well-being, right? And like I've attested to in the past, you basically just want to lie around with no lust for life on the sofa or in bed all day and not do anything because you just have no drive, no energy, just don't want to do anything, right? And in severe cases, I've heard of people going through severe depression, anxiety, and, even guys with post-traumatic stress disorder, testosterone therapy has helped them. So, yeah, I certainly understand the case, and it's not something you want to go through, and I can see why people want to go down the route of self-medication. Now, this is why I have this channel, and this is why I understand your frustration, and I know that you think this might be the right thing to do, but it's why you have to keep pushing forward and rather find a doctor that is going to help you get treatment and do things the right way. Because when you self-medicate, especially if you haven't had treatment before, you don't really know what to be looking for, you don't really know how much you should be taking, you don't really know what you should be taking. If you're self-medicating, you're probably getting your testosterone from an illegal source, which you don't want to be doing because you don't know what you're getting, right? And so you might be thinking that you're doing good, but you could be injecting substances that are bad for you and harmful to your body, and that defeats the whole purpose of getting on testosterone replacement therapy. The reason we do this is so that we can be normal, healthy men with normal, healthy levels of testosterone, but also healthy bodies. Now, if you get your testosterone from an illegal source, sure, maybe it has some testosterone in and it helps get your levels up, but maybe it has other harmful crap in it that you don't want, that's going to fuck up your health. And that just defeats the whole purpose at the end of the day, because then your health's going to suffer. So this is why you have to, I know it's hard, but you have to work hard and stay motivated and persevere to try and find a open-minded doctor that is going to help you get TRT the right way with proper testosterone, right? Your levels are low. Whoever is telling you that you can't get a prescription with levels like that is out of their fucking minds. You definitely have a case for it. It's well below the normal range, and anyone that looks at that number is going to say the same thing, right? Any normal, rational doctor, which, as we've discovered, there are quite a few that aren't so normal or rational or in the UK. So the reason I took this question is because I want you to remain positive, right? As you'll see in videos that I'm going to release over the next couple of weeks, if I haven't already released them, we are doing better. We're finding doctors, we're finding alternative sources that you can go to get your legal prescription and testosterone replacement therapy. In a previous video, I spoke about an online service that is doing this. They basically send you a blood test kit. You prick your finger, you do the testing work, the blood work, you send the blood back to them, they run the lab work, and then based on that and your symptoms and a discussion with the doctor online, they are more open-minded. This is what they specifically deal with, and they can then prescribe you treatment based on that, right? And this is an option that might become very mainstream very soon. And that's why I'm testing it out. As I showed you in the previous video that I did, I've got my own blood test kit here. I've stopped my own TRT treatment so that I can test this myself, give it a test drive, use my own money, see what the service is like, how it works, and then bring the feedback to you. And that's why I don't want you to go the self-prescribing way, especially if you haven't done it before, if you haven't had TRT treatment before, because then you're really going in over your head. Now, that's what the guys at the gym do, and they, the bodybuilders and the guys that are just consuming copious amounts of steroids. That's not what you want to do. They don't have a clue what they're doing. If you listen to some of these guys talk sometimes and what they're putting into their body, it's fucking hopeless. They have to take drugs and drugs on top of drugs just to deal with the side effects of the drugs they're taking. And it's just because it's just not good. So stay tuned, because we've got that option. We are talking with other doctors in the UK and around the world also to network and to get the like-minded doctors and the proper, more sort of up-to-date, what's the word I'm looking for? They're just some more ones that are current and are more familiar with this treatment and the benefits of it and the symptoms. So, yeah. I don't want anything to happen to you because you're doing something illegally. I don't want you landing up in prison just because you decided to self-medicate. Keep an open mind, keep pushing, go see other doctors if you can in your area. Don't take what the doctors are telling you. If they refuse treatment based on numbers like this, tell them you want a second opinion, you go to a different doctor. I know it's a bit of a hassle. For me, it's taken about 1.5 years in the UK, so you can understand my frustration. And I obviously had a backup with my doctor in the Netherlands, which you don't have. So I certainly understand how hard it can be, but stay tuned. Watch out for future videos on the home kits and the home testing kits and the home prescription kits that I'm looking into. Keep a look in the comment section for the guys that are recommending doctors throughout the UK and in Europe, and just keep in touch with us. And I'm confident and positive that with a bit of time, we're going to get you treatment the right way. So, and that counts not just for this guy, but for anyone who's watching this and is feeling a little despondent or discouraged. Just hang in there. We're growing. We're growing quickly. Wish it could be faster, but we're getting there, and we will hook you up with a way to get treatment in time. Just hang in there. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, please click subscribe, because by doing that, you're going to get updates about videos that could potentially have news about these testing kits and how it can help you. And if you liked the video, just click like, and I'll see you next time.